Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces, introducing you to the Napoleon Astound Flex Mount. If you are interested in electric fireplaces, please subscribe to our videos so you catch all of our information and our videos every week. Astound Flex Mount is a more flexible, slimmer version of the original Astound built-in that was introduced a few months back. Astound Flex Mount is about 7¼ inches deep, and it has a flexible installation. So ours is semi-flush in the wall, so we have some of our firebox sticking out of the wall, and then we have a few inches of the fireplace in our wall. This can also be fully installed flush with the wall, so this would all be built into the wall and only the glass would be exposed. This is 3-sided glass, so I have glass on both ends. So it could be 3-sided, which is how it is when it's semi-flush. This could also be fully mounted on the wall, so nothing in the wall, and then of course the glass would be exposed, as would this metal areas, top and bottom. So fully built in, fully on the wall, or semi-flush installation, thus the name Flex Mount. It is a slimmer firebox, however, they've managed to figure out how to have the bigger logs inside the slimmer fireplace. So they've retooled the logs so that they will fit into that slimmer profile. This is a huge benefit for those people who want a slimmer fireplace but still like the bigger logs. And we've always loved the logs in the original Astound built-in. So that same media kit is here, and the logs have been redesigned to fit into a slimmer firebox. Of course, you don't have to have the logs in there. You could just use the rest of the media kit, or you could change it completely, as we do on many of our electric fireplaces. The remote is the same remote that we have with the Astound built-in. There are yellow and orange flames, so my flames are set to yellow, but I can change those flames and switch over to orange. I just have to turn those up. So I can vary the amount of orange in the flames and get more orange in there. So there are lots of adjustments in the flames. There is also light that's coming down, hitting the logs from above, and of course there's light from below affecting the ember bed. All of those can be controlled on the remote or on the app. This is Wi-Fi compatible, so there is an app from Napoleon to control all of the features. It has a heater. This is still a dual voltage unit. So like the Astound built-in, this can be connected to 120 or 240 volts. If it's going to be fully built in, of course, it would be a hardwire situation. If it's semi-flush or on the wall, we could be plug in on 120 volts. Of course, on 240, it will always be hardwired. Like any electric fireplace, I can have the flames without the heater, as I am now, or I could have the heater on, and if I do have the heater on, it's thermostatically controlled, so I have complete control over the amount of heat or whether I have a heater or at all. The flame speed can be controlled. Flame color we've already talked about. So this is a really nice slimmed down version of the original Astound built-in. The other fireplaces that I would compare this one to, if we're talking about something that could mount on the wall, you could look at the Napoleon Pictura. Now that is a totally different flame, and it does not have the bigger log capacity inside, but it can be mounted on the wall with the glass exposed. That's what it was designed for with the Pictura. If I'm building this in completely, I could compare it to the Napoleon Trivista Primus, which can be built in without the glass exposed on the ends. And speaking of glass on the ends, if the Primus were installed with the glass exposed, then I could certainly compare the Astound Flex Mount to the Napoleon Primus. Other brands that I could compare this to, anything with 3-sided glass, so the Dimplex XLF Bold in the Ignite series, the Amante TrueView series. They have many variations on the TrueView, the Slim, the Extra Tall, the Bespoke. If I'm sticking with 3-sided, possibly the Modern Flames Landscape Pro Multi, which can also be semi-flush or flush or on the wall. So it has that multiple installation capacity, slightly different depth involved in the LPM from Modern Flames. So lots of other options I could compare this to. And of course, if I'm just talking about a linear, single-sided, completely built in, then all of the electric linear fireplaces that are 6 to 7 to 8 inches deep that are built in. What's different about this one is when it's built in, like any 3-sided fireplace, there will be no trim around the glass face. So very clean, trimless face if I build it in completely. You can find all of our electric fireplaces on stylishfireplaces.ca. Search by brand and look for Napoleon Astound Flex Mount, or search by style and look for 2 and 3-sided fireplaces. This would be in that area, as well as in-wall linear and on-wall linear. It falls into all of those categories, and that's the Napoleon Astound Flex Mount.